Hello, and welcome to What We Now Know About Leadership. This is one of a series of 6 webinars held live and then recorded to celebrate my 25 years of research into how pharma and medtech companies compete in our complex, changing market. My name is Brian Smith, and I've worked in our fascinating industry since 1978. I began my career as a research chemist before moving into marketing and strategy. Then, after 20 years in the industry, I became an academic, researching why some companies are better than others at strategizing and adapting to our changing market environment. My research has produced 8 books and 400 papers and articles about strategy in our exceptional industry. I have now condensed all that work into this series of 6 short videos. This video is about the differences between leadership in pharma and medtech firms and leadership in other sectors. It's fitting for busy people, so I've kept it short. But at the end of this video, I'll tell you how to get free copies of my published research. Most of the slides in this video have this simple format. On the left, I'll describe what research tells us about leadership in general. On the right, what I've seen in the best pharma and medtech companies. So you can think of each slide as a practical suggestion to improve leadership in your company. Research about leadership and management shows that although both managers and leaders do similar things, they are different activities. Leadership is the activity of deciding an organization's goals and making them possible by providing and arranging organizational resources. Management is the activity of using those resources in the best way to achieve those goals. This is a useful distinction between leadership and management that I use in my research, which has made 5 discoveries about leadership in our industry. My first discovery was that leadership is not the same in any industry context. Some leadership competencies and activities are largely independent of context, but our industry has 4 characteristics that make it a unique leadership environment. Its relationship with society, its scientific and market complexity, its range of required capabilities, and its commercial and scientific risks all make the leadership environment different from that of other industries. Pharma and medtech leaders adapt to this unique environment by behaving differently from their peers in other sectors. So, if you want to improve your leadership, adapt to your exceptional environment. My second discovery was that life science leaders use the mission statement as a practical tool. In most companies, the mission statement hangs on the wall in reception with little real-world relevance. In the life sciences, leaders use the mission statement to simplify strategic decisions in complex situations, to protect their organization's reputation, and to win the emotional commitment of their most valuable employees. So if you want to improve your leadership, make good use of the mission statement. My third discovery was that life science leaders' biggest concern is bicongruence. Bicongruence is when a firm's specialists simultaneously align with their external environment and also with other specialists in the company. Increasing market and scientific complexity demands more functional specialization, which makes it harder to achieve and maintain bicongruence. Life science leaders adapt to this increasing complexity by focusing on bicongruence as the most important factor in their firm's success. So, if you want to improve your leadership, understand and focus on bicongruence. My fourth discovery was that life science leaders often share a leadership style. The general leadership literature is dominated by 2 stereotypes: heroes like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, or servant leaders like Abraham Lincoln and Nelson Mandela. Neither stereotype works well in pharma and medtech. Our market is too complex for any single hero to understand, and our functions are too specialized for any leader to serve effectively. Instead, life science leaders are decisive facilitators. They facilitate an environment that crystallizes a decision from a team of specialists. So if you want to improve your leadership, learn the skill of decision facilitation. My fifth discovery was that leaders in our industry are selfish in an appropriate way. In the literature, The stereotypical leader is physically and mentally exceptional, working exceptional hours at high intensity. Life science leaders work hard, but they treat themselves as an asset that is hard to replace. They maintain and protect that asset with a strong support staff, and by delegating effectively, and by protecting their physical and mental health with exercise and holidays. So, if you want to improve your leadership, learn to be appropriately selfish. These research findings lead to 5 take-home lessons about leadership in pharma and medtech. First, leadership is not generic. It adapts to its industry environment. Second, mission statements are not ornaments, they are tools. Third, results are the ultimate goal, but by congruence is the leader's immediate goal. Fourth, heroes and servants are less well adapted to our industry than our decisive facilitators. And fifth, life science leaders are assets to be maintained, not run down. Thank you for your attention. This has been a short overview of my research into leadership in the life sciences. If you would like to know more, email me for a selection of my published work or to set up a call. And if any other aspects of my research interest you, please look at the other videos in the series and browse the hundreds of articles on my website.